guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Kyra here. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're back, thanks for coming back. Make sure that you all like this video, subscribe, ring the bell so you're always in the know whenever I post, because I'm posting for you and I love you. I haven't made a video in, has it been a month or 2 months? I told myself that I'm gonna be very consistent. So if you guys saw the new intro, I put that I'm gonna put videos out every Monday. I usually don't like doing that. I'm kind of like a free spirit, I would say. When it comes to stuff like that, I like to just, do it on a whim or when I feel like I want to make a video. I put it out there, so now it's out there and I have to stick to that. And I'm excited. The last video, if you haven't seen it yet, it was about me failing a course in nursing school. And guys, this is the last week of that class. I had to retake it. I take my final next Thursday, and after that, I'll be going into the next semester, and I'm excited about that. I keep thinking like, oh my gosh, this would have been my last semester in school and I would have graduated in December. I'm just happy that I'm still in the program. I'll still be a nurse in April, so I'm super excited about that, and I'm getting like my fire back. I feel like I was going through like a really, I don't even like to use the word depressing, but that's just what it was. If I'm being honest with myself, I feel like I was just in a depressed state. I didn't really have motivation to do much. I just was stuck, and I've been like just trying to retrain my mind and just to go to a, look at things in a better light. So that's what I'm starting to do. I feel like our mindset really determines the way that we're living, and I just want to have a better mindset. So even when bad things happen, that I'll, still be thinking positive about things. I went through like 5 different jobs, and I think that's like was really taking a toll on me. I had to leave my pediatric, and I did like a day in the life of a medical assistant. I was there and I loved that clinic, but I had to leave because of school, the schedule. I started working overnights, and that was not for me. It just threw my life off completely, and I wasn't in a place where I could like have that much of a change. I left there, started in neurology, but I started as a temp, like it was a temporary position. I don't have that anymore. I'm just working PRN, so I work when I want to. I just pick up shifts, and I feel like that's good anyway because school is about to start back. Life is gonna get hectic again, and I just need that flexibility. Things are moving forward. It was a bump in the road, but we're back. So that's just like a little catching up. Just wanted to catch up with you guys. In this video today, I am wearing scrubs sponsored by Fit. Just kidding, but I am believing that sponsorships will be coming. So no, this is not sponsored by anything. This is actually from Scrubs and Beyond. So the video today is a Q&A. I'm going to answer some of the questions that I get a lot under my videos. I really do try and answer everybody's questions. Like I see it and I just go and answer it as soon as I see it, just so I can stay engaged with everybody. There's certain questions that I get over and over and over again. When I get those questions again, because I'm sure they'll come again, I can just reference people to this video. Like I said, if you're not a part of the family yet, make sure that you ring the bell and that you subscribe. We're cousins on this chat. We're cousins and sisters and brothers. We're all of that. So the first question that I get a lot is the cost of school. I was in a medical assistant program, and that program was free. See the quotations. Well, they pay for us to go to school. It was like an externship. They pay for us, and then we got paid, on the job. But the company that we had an externship, we had to work for them for 2 years. If not, we had to pay back about $5,000 just for those couple of months of school. Now, my OPN program is about $35,000 to about $40,000 dollars, roughly around that, in there somewhere. The second question I get a lot is, how long was school? So I'm gonna go back and forth with medical assistant and LPN because I feel like I get them on both. I'm just gonna answer them both here. So the medical assistant program, that was an 8-month program. The LPN program, 15 months, which is a year and about 3 months. And I get the question how to study a lot. Our medical assistant program did a lot of like Quizlet, and I had flashcards. The medical assistant program was a lot of me just like memorizing different things. And me and some of the people that were in the program, we would make like different like Quizlets and quiz each other. Quizlet, working with different people, and like flashcards for my life. I got into the LPN program thinking that I would be able to do that, but also not realizing that this is COVID now. Nursing is more critical thinking, especially with certain classes. It's really like reading and understanding the way that questions are being asked and how to answer those questions. It's like really digging into whatever the topic is and understanding the topic, because they throw different questions out and they try to confuse you. So you really have to like read between the lines. And also, let me get something really quick. This is not a sponsorship. I'm not getting paid by Nurse Sam or anything. She doesn't even know who I am. But I got these like booklets from Nurse Sam. I'll actually put her stuff in the description box because these really helped me, especially like around HESI time. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna get everything because y'all gonna have to spend y'all money like I did. Stuff like this, like the S-Bar, she puts like a lot of stuff that you're gonna learn. So this is the Nursing Fundamentals one. And it's like stuff like this, like just cool things. Most of the time I just can't read a book and keep reading and keep reading. I have to have like little things like this to help me. So this is a really good, this is a really good investment. So I have this for Nursing Fundamentals. I have it for Anatomy. So she has this, it's called like Slay Anatomy. So this was something that I used for almost all my classes last semester. So I had Anatomy, Fundamentals, Pharmacology, all of that. It really helped. So I put that in the description because I really use that a lot. Especially like I said with the HESI and everything. Stuff like that help. Reach out to people, actual instructors for different ways to study. How many days a week did I go? At first it was just 5 days of school, and then the closer we got to graduation, we did 3 days of school and 2 days at a clinic to like do the things hands-on, and then it'll switch to 3 days at a clinic, 2 days of school. So it was 5 days altogether though. It was Monday through Friday. You were either 3 days at your clinic, 2 days at your clinic, or 3 days of school, 2 days of school. That's how it went. And then the next question was, do you get trained at work? And it was trained at work. It was the externship. And then for the nursing program, it all depends on your school. Honestly, it depends on, and it's different because I got into it during the pandemic. I wasn't at school at all. My first semester of nursing school, I didn't go to school at all. My second semester of nursing school, I just went to school for lab and nursing fundamentals. I went there once a week. That was the only time I went to school. And if I had to like take a test or something at the school, like for HESIs and stuff like that. But other than that, I was never at school. But we would have to do certain things online, and it was due at a certain time, and we had to take our test like with our instructors watching us. So everything was still Monday through Friday. It's really your life. So you've got to balance like work if you still have to work, because all of us aren't, you know, able to not work and go to school. You kind of got to get into it and see how your schedule will align, or talk to an advisor or someone over the nursing department before, you know, it starts, so you can see how you should, you know, go about working. And do I get trained at work? I haven't started clinicals yet, but I'll start next semester, and yeah, we'll get trained at certain places. And then I got a question that said, is it hard finding a job as a medical assistant? And no, it is not hard to find a job as a medical assistant. Medical assistants are needed. If I so happen to not like a place or get let go from a place, or anything happens to where I'm not working, I can go get a job as a medical assistant. It's just about putting the work in to go get that job. But no, it's not difficult finding a job as a medical assistant. And the next question is, do I work in hospitals? Medical assistants really don't get jobs at the hospital. That's more of like a patient care tech, and we just don't get hired at hospitals. It's more of the clinical setting, working right beside a doctor. It's just a little different than working at a hospital and assisting the nurses. If you're interested in something like that, I really would consider becoming a PCT, because if you want that hospital experience more, because at a point I wanted that, honestly. And when I was working overnights at the hospital, I was a sitter, and I just wanted to see how, you know, the environment was and all of that. But I did enjoy the clinical setting more of like a doctor's office, and that's more where medical assistants work, if I'm being honest. For the most part, it'll really be in like doctor's offices or like urgent cares, private offices, stuff like that. And then I got a question that said, is it scary to do what you've learned in school on people? And I would say because they're not gonna throw you out there. You are working with people. You will
Have you ever had a dream that you
will get good training? It's not scary. It wasn't scary for me. It was different, and I was like, oh my gosh. When I would say thinking about it is more scary, and then when you get in there and you realize that, okay, people are here to help me. They're not just gonna let me start giving people shots or, you know, doing stuff like that. And also getting that training in an externship helped a lot as well. You may be a little nervous, but it won't be anything like, oh my God, I can't do this. You know, you'll be fine. You'll be used to it before you go out there by yourself. They'll make sure you're good, and you'll feel fine. And before you know it, you'll be running the place. It becomes like second nature to you. I have a question about what are the prereqs. Medical assistant program, it was just having a high school diploma, and voila. And you had, well, it wasn't that easy. You had to go and take certain tests. You had to go through interview processes. So I won't say it was just, you gotta graduate high school. You do have to go through and get accepted into the program. You have to go through an interview process. Then after you go through the interview process, you have to take certain tests to even be eligible to start the program. So those are the things that I had to do. So I guess those are the prereqs. And then for the LPN program, it's the same thing. A HESI and an entry exam. Those were, whew, thinking back to all of that, it was hectic, guys. And you do, once you get in the program, you do even need to be like grateful that you got into the program, because it is a lot to, it was a lot for me. I was nervous, but if you study and do well, you're in the program. Do you make enough to live on your own? And I get that question a lot. As a medical assistant, like I answered it, but I feel like I get it so much, I'm just like gonna put it in the video. It depends on the way that you're living, and it also depends on if this is all that you're doing. I can't really say yes or no, because it just depends on the person. As a PN, yeah, you can definitely work. You can definitely make enough to live on your own as a LPN. What tips do you have for medical assistant school? Understand that it is a short period of time where that is going to be your life, and you won't really have time for other things. It'll be studying, school, clinic. Studying, school, clinic. Eat, sleep, sometimes sleep. It's a short period of time, but it's a lot of hard work going into it so you can become a medical assistant in such a short time. Stay strong, stay committed, remember your why. I will always say, remember your why, because that is going to help you when things get hard. Remember why you're doing it. Ask for help. Work with the people that are in your class. My program, it was amazing. I had wonderful people. We got all really close. We studied with each other. We had a group chat. Like, it was amazing. So honestly, the biggest thing is remember your why, because it will get hard. And when it gets hard, you need to remember why you even did it in the first place. That is that. And also for nursing school, remember your why. I literally had to go through this. I failed a course, and it took me back months from when I was supposed to graduate. So I had to remember why I even wanted to do this. I had to keep going even when it got hard. I had to do all of that. So that's really the biggest advice that I will give you, and understand that you don't have to do this alone. And there are plenty of resources that will help you with all of this. You just have to ask, you know? Last question that I have is, are exams hard? So in medical assistant, in my medical assistant program, the first 2 tests I bombed, and I asked my professor, like, what could I do, you know, to get better with the exams. And she gave me like I said, the Quizlets, the flashcards, and all that. And after I put in the work, I was acing the test. I didn't get anything lower than a B after I really put in the work. And the same in nursing school. You really just have to put the work in. Don't make excuses and put the work in. And yeah, they may be a little tricky. The questions may be a little like, you know, they trip you up a little bit, but you put the work in, you'll be good, I promise. Those are the questions that I had. I really hope that this video was informative to you. I hope that you can share it with people who have questions. I hope that you learned something, got some insight, got some inspiration, and that you're going to continue to go. Make sure that you share this video, like this video, comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ring the bell, and stay in the know. Follow me on Instagram. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next week.